Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. CeeChronicles is my name and I go by that name on all my social media platforms. Now here guys, I post fragrance related content, and if that style of content is your cup of tea, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. To those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. Welcome to today's video guys. Today we have Ajayeb Dubai by Lattafa, and this is the packaging. I had to bring this fragrance guys to you pretty quickly because I thought, okay, let me just do a before you buy so that you guys have a mental shortcut of what this fragrance is all about, in as much as I featured it in a previous video. So this is the bottle for Ajayeb Dubai. I love the fact that Lattafa have put in some work there, as you can see. So that is what to expect in terms of packaging. I'm going to give it a quick spray on the tester paper as usual, and then we're going to get into it guys. This is the atomizer for Ajayeb Dubai. Right, so I'm going to get into the notes. But how I'm going to give you the review for this one is I'm going to kind of put it out there almost like as a story. That way you will be able to kind of have a visual and a mental shortcut about what's going on with this fragrance. So the notes listed for Ajayeb Dubai guys are pineapple and saffron at the top. And then the mid of this is composed of coffee and violet leaves. And then the base is sandalwood, butterscotch and vanilla. So what to expect offset there in the first burst guys is going to be a sweet, thick, sticky, kind of syrupy feel of a fragrance. To an extent, this fragrance comes across to my nose as an extrait. Having tested this for about a week and 10 days, I can absolutely tell you that this is a long-lasting fragrance. So this is probably even going to get better with time. Now, this is a fragrance that to my nose is coming across as every note in it is trying to speak, at the same time not in sync, to an extent that it is pretty confusing there to the nose. It's almost as if this fragrance notes have not been put in such a way that they are refined to work together. You are gonna get guys that pineapple kick right there, a tantalizing pineapple. But just as you are smelling that pineapple, the coffee comes in the mix, almost as if to say, wait a minute, you're not a tropical. I'm gonna show these people that I am a dark roast coffee fragrance. So that is the thing that goes on there almost immediately. The pineapple doesn't get enough time to shine, but at the same time doesn't drop it. So it is a fragrance that you're going to get the pineapple there, and then the dark roast of the coffee coming in the mix, even toasty there, kind of weighing in almost as though it's a little bit smoky there. And just as you are smelling that coffee there, then there is like a butterscotch that kind of comes into the mix, almost pushing everything aside and saying, wait, I'm going to give my caramel weight to this. And not only am I going to do that, I'm going to invite the vanilla as well, so that we just douse you, with like a sticky sweetness there and a boozy vanilla at the same time. So this is a fragrance that to my nose is very busy. The one thing that it manages to hold on to all through is that sticky syrupiness, and which I'm going to attribute, of course, to a rich, buttery caramel, almost toffee-like butterscotch. So it is one bold fragrance. Then, as if that is not enough, the sandalwood comes into the mix as well. So this sandalwood that comes into the mix is a milky, rich, lactonic sandalwood. This is why I said I just get a clash of notes. Granted, it is heavy and strong, but it's so busy to an extent that it doesn't end up representing anything. So for some people, it's going to be at that point where the sandalwood weighs in with that lactonic touch that it's going to be borderline too much. Some people are going to say this to me is nauseating. And to an extent, some people are going to say, oh, I totally enjoy this. So it's a busy fragrance, guys. That is what I can say. And let me clarify this. Because this fragrance has got a coffee note, and because I say it turns lactonic there because of the inclusion of the sandalwood when the sandalwood comes into the mix, let it not confuse you that, oh, coffee and milk is going to make a great fragrance. That is not what it interprets to. The notes here don't fuse to become one. It's almost as though the sandalwood has come in there, and in itself it's trying to shine on its own. So you're just gonna get like singular notes flying about. But in terms of what I can say that is gonna be on the positive side pertaining this fragrance is, if you love beast mode performing fragrances, this is gonna do it for you, because it does have that lasting power, you know, that lasts till the next wash on a few sprays. I sometimes bring fragrances here and I say, well, if you want it to last long, guys, spray the heck out of this. This is one that if you did spray the heck out of this fragrance, it's either going to choke you out or choke the people around you. It is a fragrance that can borderline be too much in the heat, almost asserting itself as a cooler weather, you know, fragrance, a nighttime fragrance, a winter fragrance. The DNA in itself has been likened to Kilian Black Phantom, but because I don't have Black Phantom with me here, I cannot do like a side-by-side comparison. All I can do is clue you up as to, if you like Black Phantom, if what I said here doesn't bother you, then this is probably going to be a, you know, an alternative, an option for you. However, make sure you like sticky sweet syrupy fragrances there. Make sure you like fragrances that borderline may have patchouli. And let me say, patchouli hasn't been listed as a note here, but I do get like a patchouli vibe going on in this fragrance, so it may very well have patchouli as well. But in a nutshell, it is a heady presentation, a fragrance that I couldn't just outright come here and say, hi guys, this is Ajayeb, expect a fruity coffee like fragrance, because, you know, first impressions, you get it there, you're like, what the heck? You understand what I'm saying? So it's busy, but some people are absolutely gonna fall in love with that busyness. So it's not a fragrance that you can outright like you know, dismiss. I just had to bring this review pretty quickly so that if you saw this fragrance in the pineapple fragrance recommendations, a video that I did, you don't just rush and buy it thinking it's going to be solely a pineapple leaning fragrance like Qaid Al Fasan. This has the pineapple, but to some people it's going to be a fragrance where the pineapple is not getting a chance. And another thing is, don't purchase this one, guys, if you're into violet fragrances, because it does list violet leaf there as a note, because the violet leaf doesn't even get a chance. It ends up being a sticky sweet, boozy vanilla, heady caramel scent, you know, creamy butterscotch, buttery kind of scent there, mixing with that thickness there of a toasty coffee and wafts of pineapple. A fragrance that is almost to my nose all over the place, really. If you look at the note pyramid there, it is divine, but it is just to my nose coming across as a fragrance that does not fuse the notes properly there. Maybe if they had toned it down a little, I'm gonna say maybe on the butterscotch, just a little there, have the coffee there, almost subtle, then a touch of vanilla there, but just making sure that it's not like a chokingly sweet, it would have probably worked. Gender wise, I do get a unisex fragrance, but it could be a fragrance again that men may have a tough time with, because it is very much on that sweet side. But yes, it is unisex to my nose. Yes, it is winter leaning. Yes, it is beastly, even lasting, guys, till the next wash. So if that is what if what I said here makes sense to you, you can absolutely go ahead and blind buy this. But if you are confused as much as it confused me, then I would recommend that if you can get a tester, guys, get a tester first and then try it out. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Do you have Ajayeb Dubai? If you do, please let me know in the comment section what you think of this fragrance. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys. And most importantly, do subscribe if you haven't. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.